The Madam Web trailer has just dropped. Now, I know what some people are thinking. Oh, I'm just going to crap all over this. It's one of the greatest disasters that is coming to place. No, we're not going to do that. I'm not going to be the guy that is on X and Twitter and just bash all over the trailer. Oh my god, this trailer is one of the worst comic book trailers I've ever seen in my entire life. No, I'm not that guy. It's so easy to jump on the hate, especially when everybody else is doing it. Granted, you can make the argument that that has happened for a while now, especially with the Marvels that just happened and many other movies that came before it. Yet for some odd reason, I don't feel the same way when it comes to movies underneath the Sony Marvel banner. And I question myself why. Do I not care as much as I do with the movies under the MCU? Has the MCU movies literally set themselves so high on a precedence that they are supposed to give us great movies? And we've just been getting lackluster film, movie crap after crap after crap. But yet when you look at Madam Web, and there's just something about it where you're like, okay, it's not great, it's not awesome, it's not spectacular, but there's some enjoyment to be made on this one. And no, it has nothing to do with the beautiful women that are starring like Dakota Johnson. It has nothing to do with the fact that the suits look completely badass, or the evil Spider-Man looking villain that looks like he's going to wreck shit up. It has nothing to do with any of that. But there's something under the Sony Marvel movies that makes me go, you know what? I'm going to go and check that out. And I think a lot of it has to do with my biased perspective. I am a Spider-Man fan, as you can see. And what Sony Marvel has done as of recently in terms of taking the rogue gallery of Spider-Man and literally making a universe and making it its own, I think is the best way to go. They're making it their own thing. When we saw the DC Extended Universe, or the DCEU, literally copy off of Marvel and they failed miserably, they thought, okay, this is not working, we need to pivot and do our own thing. Let's focus on individual storylines. The Joker, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Birds of Prey, Isk. You get my point. They decided to pivot knowing that it wasn't working and decided to do something for them. Now, not all the movies are awesome. Not all the movies are gems. We know this already. It's easy to assume that a movie is going to fail based on their track record. I, for one, took a huge break from podcasting after I saw Morbius, where I'm like, I'm done, I'm out, superhero movies is non-existent at this point. It is what it is. I'm out. I'm done. Then I slowly started to come back. And I rewatched the movie. And I'm like, there's some enjoyment to be made in this. And I have no idea if it has anything to do with the "it's Morbin time" meme that Morbius has been going on. But again, there is some kind of enjoyment. Not everyone views movies the same as anything else. You're always going to have your biased perspective. You're always going to have your way of thinking. Call me hypocritical. Call me someone that never views the same thing. Equality, in my opinion, when it comes to movies, doesn't exist. You're always going to view one thing over another. So when it comes to the Sony Marvel movies, knowing full well that they're going to keep on putting up content that we know it might not be as good as we think it, or we hope that it is, we can still enjoy it for what it is. I think we're at the point now where we're just accepting mediocre movies. They're not the grand gems that we thought they could be or what we want them to be. You can blame studio interference, you can blame the writing, you can blame the directing, you can blame anything you want. But at the end of the day, we want to have fun. We want to enjoy ourselves when we go to a movie theater and watch something for what it is. I know some people has done that with the Marvels, and other people have done that with other movies prior to that. Ant-Man 3, for example. My girlfriend, she wants to punch me in the face all the time whenever I say She-Hulk was one of the worst things I have ever seen in my life. And she goes, don't talk shit about She-Hulk, because she enjoys it. We can do the same thing here. And for me, whatever movie that comes out underneath the Sony Marvel banner, they're guilty pleasures for me. So let's not hate on something right away unless it physically does like hit rock's bottom to the point where it was just so awful where we're like, you know what? Just no. Let's enjoy it for what it is. Let's have fun with it. Let's have fun.